Slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture, films, and the world we see. Deleted scenes, where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Yeah, yeah. Steve out on your YouTube, bro, let's roll.
All right, take two. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTuber Ronin. And I'd like to welcome you to Coming Attractions for April 16th, 2026. Yes, we control the vertical, we control the horizontal, hopefully. I would like to say hello to everyone currently joining us on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I do want to thank Netters Network for the raid. All right. I want to say hello to everybody currently joining us in the chat. I know that earlier we did have Netter, so thank you. We had Joshua Mowdy in our chat. I know we have FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim, who was also the first in our chat the last time around. Faithful Blue Wrench channel member, the Bird Woman of Youths. It's Connie Cleary. Jamie Lynn Simons is with us. All right. Tim says, it's an outtake Elvis made for his father, from what I read about it. It's a gag version of one of his songs. Okay. don't quite know what you're referring to there. Hello to Tree Rock Creations. It says, hard to believe it's April in 2026. Good to see you there, sir. All right. So technical issue with StreamYard, but hopefully everything is working correctly now. So we're going to go ahead and kind of get through this a little bit quicker than I had intended. Now, the one thing that I do want to bring up was for those of you who were expecting I am doing with Outlaw Bill. Well, like myself, just a few minutes ago, Bill had some technical. He was having issues of kind of cutting, much like I was doing this evening, and we kind of prefer not to do a show that way, because if he cuts out out, since the film is running on his side, then we would have had, it's kind of not really the show we want to give. And so we decided that we're going to go ahead and push that show back 1 week. So the Comedy Greats episode p.m. That is the plan. 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Central. So that's I do want to remind everybody, and hello to you, Sarn G. Good to see you, sir. I do want to remind everybody, Bill, for those who have been asking, seeing to some family things right now. So he's fine. It's just the internet. It has a little bit of issue where he is at. Okay. I can't do anything about the roboting Tim without cutting off the show again. So I'm just going to have to go with what I've got. I'm going to get right down to it. My first appearance is going to be tomorrow night. And this is this week's film, which is starring Milla Jovovich, and this is a film from 2006. I think I said 7 earlier, but it's from 2006. Kind of vampire. This virus starts to spread around the world. That work, and then gets infected, and she, you get the vampirism, but what the vampirism does is it also gives you, it gives certain people powers. It turns our friend Violet here, and it's this kind of super badass, but no, it's just a fun and as well. So this week's movie, Ultraviolet from 2006, and Cameron Bright and Nick Chinland playing the villain. Vice Cardinal Ferdinand Axis. So join me and Al tomorrow night at 8 p.m. over to my channel really quickly here, and we'll get through the rest of what is coming up for for the channel in the upcoming week. All right. Hope everybody can see this okay. All right. Now, as of right now, I don't have anything planned for Saturday. If I get invited on to anything, then certainly I'll be glad to come on. But as of right now, nothing is planned for any appearances. I do know that I do know that Netters Network is going to have her show Retro Cinema, and I'm trying to remember what the movie is going to be. I'm pretty sure that's this Saturday, and if so, that will be at 10 p.m. I could have that totally backwards. If not, then I apologize. Netter, I wish Netter was here right now. Anyway, and then that's usually at 10 p.m. I don't know if that's going on this Saturday or not, but check your local listings. And after that is usually around midnight. The midnight hour is usually when I join Outlaw Bill for his program, his after hours karaoke program. Obviously, I don't think that's going to happen this week. But if it does, if he manages to get everything fixed up and internet wise, then I'm sure that show will go on as usual. If not, hey, next week. That also applies on Sunday to Western Cinema Presents. That link is not up. I don't know if that show is going to happen. It's usually at 4 p.m. Oh, sorry, 4:30 p.m. on Sundays, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 Central. I don't think we're going on this week because the issues, but we will be back. We got plenty. We got a whole list of movies that we want to do for our rewatches, especially Action Theater, which is, like I said, on Thursdays at 5:30. Also, Western Cinema Presents, like I said, 4:30 on Sunday. There's plenty. We have a whole long list of movies that we want to do. So stay tuned. It will return. All right. On the other hand, that gets us on over to 8 p.m. for the next episode of Unscripted, which is episode 147 that I am calling Press X to Doubt. And, we have a couple of familiar faces who have gotten in trouble with the law over the last week. We have the whole Katy Perry Ruby Rose situation. I'm going to be giving my opinion on that. And we also have everybody's best friend, Eric Swalwell, who managed to get himself into some issue. So I'm going to be talking about that as well. I am debating not monetizing this episode. I don't know. This is going to be a tricky one. But Unscripted is a show about current events, and it's an opinion show. It's not a news show. It is an opinion show, and the opinions are mine. And they're not necessarily going to be the opinion of those in the chat or those who are who co-host other shows with me. this is the show where I kind of it's not always a rant, but sometimes it is. This isn't going to be this. This is just going to be my me giving my opinion, on the present situation. So, join me Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for episode 147 of my longest running series, Unscripted. This is going to be called Press X to Doubt. And YouTube is probably not going to like it. So we'll see. I did this image on Grok. It's not perfect. I don't want anybody to think that this was Fletcher. Fletcher Williams does a lot of my thumbnails, but I've been kind of dipping my toe into trying to do some of these myself. And I have come to the conclusion that Fletcher should just be the guy. I actually, for those who may be curious, there are some thumbnails that I do. Mostly it's Fletcher. Troy does all of the Sparkwood and 21 thumbnails, and Bill does the thumbnails for the shows that we do. Karaoke, Western, and action theater. So there's a few people who are involved, but this one I actually did myself on Grok, with a little bit of Canva to kind of clean it up. But I didn't get the I didn't get the sizing quite right. And I gotta track Fletcher down to slap the logo on there. But that's how it's done. If I think it's a little over my head, I was like, Fletcher, help. But that's basically a little bit of what goes on behind the scenes. And speaking of behind the scenes, I do want to remind everybody, I don't have the links up yet. But I am planning 2 member streams before the end of the month. I might even do one this weekend. I'm not positive. Don't hold me to that. But I definitely want to do one the night of the 26th. And I am planning to do one probably sometime before that. So stay tuned. And I'll let everybody know when that's going to be. But for right now, Unscripted is going to go on as normal at 8 p.m. Sunday night. Unscripted is part of a block of programming, which includes Geeky Geezers over on Aged Boomers channel, as Troy Pacelli and Honorary Gazette, Netters Network, discuss the week in review. That'll be at 9. Now, ordinarily after that at 11 o'clock would be my program, Reserved Seats, which is a 90 some odd minute one-on-one kind of hangout / interview program. I could not secure a guest for this week, so I am going to do something a little bit different. I am going to do an episode of what I call unproduced drafts. And these are again, much like Unscripted, kind of opinion shows. Sometimes I have a guest with me. Most of the time I don't. But what I am going to do this time around is this episode, which I have entitled "Grave Dancers Union," and this was something that I had intended to do on Unscripted, but didn't get to it. Now, when Chuck Norris passed away a few weeks back, Variety put out this sort of less than flattering obit, for lack of a better term. And it really kind of got under my skin. And it's not just this. It's about how this quote unquote entertainment journalism seems to be just as propaganda filled as the legacy media sites. And I wanted to talk about it. And it's something I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and I've never had the chance. And I thought, since I'm not doing reserved seats this week, this would be the perfect opportunity for me to go on and just kind of spill my guts about it. And so that's what I'm going to do. And so in place of reserved seats will be this program that I'm going to do called Grave Dancers Union. And I'm going to talk all about it. So that will be, of course, the lead-in to Troy Pacelli's Doctor Who rewatch, which is going to be starting at 12:30 Eastern, 11:30 Central. And he is going to be rounding out his, I believe it's going to be the final episodes of season 1 of Doctor Who. So stay tuned for that. All right, now for the next program, as of right now, I don't have anything planned for Monday, except for an appearance possibly on the Last Call Members Night at the Movies. Now, that starts at around 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. However, I'm going to be a little bit late to that program because as you know, the mystery movie nights fall on Monday. And this upcoming Monday is going to actually be a double feature. So there are 2 mystery movies, which means on Tuesday, the Mystery Movie Night podcast is going to be starting a little bit earlier. We are going to be beginning at a half hour earlier at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and not 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So we are going to go for 2 hours this week. And I know for a fact that I am going to be joined by Sin's Corner for that broadcast. And I'm sure we're going to have a few others as well. I know we might have Enigma Severus for at least part of that program. We'll see. But I know for a fact it's going to be myself and Sin's Corner discussing both of the Mystery Movie Night selections We know they're both going to be horror movies. We've got a pretty good idea what one of them is going to be. We're kind of 50-50 on the other one, but we've got a pretty good idea what we're going to be looking at. So join us at a special time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 Central, for a special 2-hour edition of the Mystery Movie Night podcast. That will, of course, be followed directly after with the next episode of Live from Sparkwood in 21. Of course, will be hosted by myself along with Troy Pacelli, Netters Network, and Aged Boomer. And we are going to be rewatching and discussing the final episode of season 1, the season 1 finale, entitled The Last Evening. And it's kind of a part 2 from last week. Takes place on the same night. But as you're going to see, it's going to be a pretty eventful night that's going to change everything for the citizens of Twin Peaks. So I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen the episode, but we will be there Tuesday night at our regular time, 8:30, for Live from Sparkwood in 21. That, of course, will be followed directly after at 10 p.m. with the Casebook of Sherlock Holmes, hosted by Troy and Netter. I'm blanking out on what the episode is supposed to be, but that will be at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central as our Tuesday night block of programming. Nothing set up for Wednesday as of right now, but that will get us back over to Thursday, where, as I said earlier, we're finally going to get to our next episode, our first episode, Comedy Greats, The Replacements from the year 2000, starring Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman. This is what Bill and I intended to air earlier today, but due to the technical issues, couldn't do it. So we pushed it back a week. So if anybody earlier was worried that they missed this, you didn't. You will have a second chance to join us next Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Central, for Comedy Greats presents The Replacements. Then, of course, that brings us back around to 10 p.m. Netters Network's Thursday Things. I understand Gorilla's Random Thoughts has been enlisted to be the guest for that broadcast. That'll be at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. And of course, right after that, if all goes well, the next episode of this program, Coming Attractions. All right. So that is the lineup for the next week. I do want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. Thank you for bearing with me through the technical issues. I am so glad you guys are here. I really am. and you're why I do it. I've grown this audience, and hello to Pop Culture Minefield. Good to see you, Gary. About to head to bed. Saw you were streaming. Wanted to stop in and say hi and smash that like button. Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. Like I said, we had some technical issues earlier. Thank you very much for sticking with me as I had to repost this whole thing and kind of start from the beginning. I do appreciate it. Thank you all very much. You guys are why I'm here. You're why I do it. And I'm going to be back. I'm not going anywhere. And there's some plans for the future, guys. And I hope you'll be there with me. Have a great night, indeed. Thank you, Gary. All right. That is the show for this evening. Once again, thank you all very much for bearing with me through my technical issues. I hope everybody was able to see and hear everything okay. Let me know in the chat. I do want to thank everybody who is following along on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I know there were some people there. Thank you. I want to once again thank Netter and Troy for the Thursday Things raid. I want to thank those of you who are in the chat. FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim. Joshua Mowdy. Jamie Lynn Simons. Connie, of course. Pop Culture Minefield. Tree Rock Creations, Usarn G. I believe we had JPRPH1 at one point. All right, so thank you once again to everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing with me through the tech issues. And as I always say at the end of every broadcast from HQ, and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.
Ronin's back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture films in the world we see. Deleted scenes where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Steven Otten, you're using Brother Electoral.